Assalamu alaikum. Peace. It's Fatimah, Coach Fatimah with OutstandingPersonalRelationships.com. I'm a co-founder and co-wife. I'm an initial wife to our husband, Coach Nadir. Shout out to him and salams to him and my co-wife, Coach Nyla. And in this video, I wanted to tackle a subject that we've gotten a lot of questions about, and it is about how to not live in the shadow of your co wife and be an individual and celebrate your individuality. Um, I've gotten this question personally. I know my co wife has gotten this question because a lot of people like to compare um, us as co wives. They just do. It's something natural, it's something that is natural to a lot of people. It's something normal to create this competition or this unspoken competition. And we don't compete with each other. One thing that I learned as an initial wife over this 10-year journey through polygyny is to celebrate me and celebrate Fatima and celebrate why I love myself. And I lost my way with that um, years ago. Like the first year in polygyny, I started saying, I wonder what I did wrong. I wonder how I could have been better. I wonder why this happened. I wonder why now. And a lot of people put a lot of doubt in my mind very early on. They would say things like, well, what did you do wrong? I don't know how you walk up to someone and actually say that. Um, but I think they were trying to find within themselves a reason why our husband chose polygyny. And I kind of knew that this might be a path that he could take. It is something that he could practice. It is offered to him through our culture, which is Islam. I'm going to always come from an Islamic perspective because that's what I believe in. That is something I practice, whether he's with me or not with me, meaning whether he's in the country, whether he's traveling, whether he's at my co wife's house, they're home together. I'm Muslim 24/7, regardless of anyone else. So I didn't want to lose my way and lose my love for Islam because he married again. And it can happen. I'm not here to judge someone else's journey, and their journey doesn't have to match my own. My personal development journey is customizable. It's customized to me, to Fatima, and what I've been through, and what I have failed at, and what I've been triumphant at. And one of those things is falling in love with myself again as a human being, as a woman, outside of being a wife and a mother. I had to know and get down to the honest truth about what I loved, what I needed work on, what I needed to fix, what I needed to reevaluate within myself about my relationship with Allah, about my relationship with myself, and then my relationship with our husband, my husband at the time, and others. So this is a journey that I've been on for many years, and I plan on continuing that journey. It's about finding my queendom within being a co-wife. And my co-wife and I created a course called True Queens, where we talk about finding your queendom. Now, her queendom does not look like mine. Mine does not look like hers. It's an individual journey. It's not about being um, a figurehead of control. It's about being a queen within my home, within my own life. And what does that mean for me as an individual, as someone that is living in this body 24/7 and relearning what I loved about me and discovering some of the new things that I love about myself, which is impressing myself every day based off of who I was yesterday. So I always want to be better than I was yesterday and look forward and hope to see a better me in the future. So, being a co wife, being in polygyny, and being monogamously married to the same man was something that I had to embrace. Now, that doesn't mean everyone has to embrace that. That doesn't mean polygyny is practiced in a healthy manner across the board, because it is not. I know it is not. I've seen it, I've coached it. Um, and I've been disappointed by the fact that there's some tools that just regular basic human rights and needs that need to be observed within polygyny that are not being observed. I mean, we have to talk about these things in order to fix them. But that's for a different video. But this video, I wanted to really speak to co-wives and initial wives, subsequent wives, because this happens to all of us, where we kind of question what we love about who we are because our husband got married again. It doesn't have to be a lot. It doesn't have to be anything catastrophic. It could be a little seed of self-doubt, or it could be something so much, I'll say, with the magnitude of, extreme depression about these issues. But these issues needed to be talked about. So I want everyone that is a co-wife, a subsequent wife, initial wife, whatever the case may be, learn to fall in love with what you love about you and celebrate you. Celebrate those wins without giving losses to your co-wife, without celebrating her losses. Celebrate each other's wins. It doesn't mean you have to do it together. Just know that everyone is doing their own work, and everyone must do their own work in order to succeed in marriage, in polygyny, and stepping out of your co-wife's shadow. One way, or I should say another way to not be in your co-wife's shadow is also, and this is about not being in our co-wife's shadow and then not being in ours either, is not hearing other people out that are outside of your marriage, that are outside of your family, that is in a polygynous family. Because sometimes, like I was saying before, people want to spread those seeds of doubt. So I found that the majority of the time that is an external issue. It's not something that may be manifested within yourself. It's something that somebody put in your head, and you might have ran with it. You might have. I have. And I had to go, no, that's not who I am. So I don't accept their truth about me or their narration of who they think I should be. Oftentimes, people want to devalue us as co-wives because we're just co-wives. They hear that, they get upset, they get emotional triggers from that, maybe because of their experiences. I don't know. But I do know that someone else's security shouldn't be enforced on someone else that is not feeling that way. So I like to meet people and learn who they are for myself versus hearing what someone else told me about them or what their experience of them is, because maybe they just didn't get along. And one part that I do remember is that people picked teams between my co-wife and I. They were either Team Nyla or they were Team Fatimah. But they found in their mind that they couldn't be on, our family team or Team co-wife. One instance I do remember is I was coaching some co-wives and they did not get along and people were picking sides. And I said to the initial wife, who had been a friend of mine for a long time, but did wish to be coached by me, she said, well, I heard you were talking to her. Very casually talking to her. But my friend was very upset with me. I said, listen, I'm going to get to know her without diminishing our friendship as a human being outside of being just a co-wife, because it's this she's just his other wife that I have an issue with. So I wanted to understand who she was, and to this day I'm friends with them both. Now they don't talk to one another, they don't deal with one another, and that's fine. They do not have to. They just respectfully, cordially interact. That's it. And it's a very limited basis. And I speak to them, I hug them both, I talk to them both, I share laughs with them both because I've found them to be valuable people in my life. So I don't want to diminish my relationship with them individually. And one way I do that is not speaking to one about the other. We talk about anything else other than the individual wives, because that's important. Because I don't want to give them the idea that I'm picking sides, because I told them I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to learn about each woman and talk to each other about being women. And what does that look like for us? What is our journey? So I would welcome anyone that is a co wife to celebrate what you love about yourself without diminishing the other wife. Your queendom lies in your truth and your capacity to be able to treat others fairly and justly. That's part of it. There's many layers to it. And my co-wife and I speak about that in our True Queens course. And you can visit us at outstandingpersonalrelationships.com um, and learn more there. It's an awesome course. We give both perspectives. We give great training. We have some fun. We laugh together. We're silly together, but we really get to the core of being a true queen and celebrating your queendom and identifying your queendom. What does it even look like? We go more into it there. Um, I hope that you all found some gems in this video. I wanted to share with you how I myself don't live in the shadow of my co-wife, and she doesn't live in my shadow either. She has her own um, beautiful, beautiful characteristics about herself, and she's to be celebrated in her own life. I celebrate her. I find different things about her that are new. I find different things about her that I love. And I like that she's true to who she is. And she's not trying to be me, and I'm not trying to be her. We're just trying to be two women that are living healthy, um, relationships and connecting with our family and trying to build upon um, marriage and polygyny and trying to just be healthy and mentally um, complete and whole without tearing each other down. So it's about uplifting one another. And maybe you're not there yet. It took me years. I wasn't there yet. She could tell you that. She has told um, everyone that she's trained on her story and her truth. And I really celebrate um, the work that she does because the work that she does helps so many. And that's what this is about. This is about connecting with you all and giving you some information that may shorten that path to being successful in marriage and polygyny because mine was bumpy. So all three of us have taught and trained on that at outstandingpersonalrelationships.com. Please join our RMIC, our Relationship Mastery Inner Circle, where we go live 4 times a month with our training for our RMIC members. And you can learn more about that at outstandingpersonalrelationships.com/RM for relationship mastery. And please follow us on our socials. IG at Outstanding Relationships, and on Facebook and here on YouTube at Outstanding Personal Relationships. And I'm going to leave you with a little GLC. Remember to grow intentionally, love fearlessly, and connect on a higher level every single day. Again, I'm your coach, Coach Fatimah with Outstanding Personal Relationships.com. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.